The first point. Crystal goes with the scuba. Raba with the nice catch, even though the scuba wasn't perfect this time. Too simple, too simple. The approach was too simple. They wanted to do a quick up the line pass, but the hyperflick player was ready, and she pounced on that disc like a tiger on a gazelle. And a quick drop from hyperflick. Kaidi, Crystal. Kaidi almost in the zone. Is there gonna be an up the line cut? Oh no. She wanted to be too cool, do the underhand inside out break, but the hyperflick players were ready for it. Okay, Krūmiņa with the disc. Hammer to number 33, sorry. And Marta with the point. What an amazing cut from the young player. She showed her speed on that one. Really hard to keep up with these types of players, the young and hungry ones. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem for this Tartu team, unless they put Raba, who could be in the same category herself, on her. Kaidi, a nice break too. And a nice continuation to Raba. Lepik with the nice blade over the top of all the defenders. And a quick and easy point. Yeah, you must be closer to Raba on these types of cuts, because she will punish you. Her speed is just immaculate, so you must be close and you must let her know that you are here, and you must get her a little bit nervous with some contact. Within reason, of course, but you cannot let her run that free. Ooh, a dropped hammer, a dropped pull. Fortunately, this is indoors where that isn't a turnover. Hammer to Ratsina. Oh no, almost. Usually Ratsina gets these, but the hammer was just a little bit too far. Looks like Ratsina is going to be guarding Terra. An interesting matchup to see. Both players can fight in the air. They love living on the second floor, as you can say. A swing to Lintz and a continuation to Terra. Well, it would be a nice matchup, but you have to guard your side. You have to guard your force. That shouldn't be such an easy break for Tartu. Maybe that's something the coach of Hyperflick, Nauris, and Richards, who play in Ogra, have to let the players know in trainings about that. Okay, Lintz is ready for the pull. Nice backhand pull. Krūmiņa with the fake, gives it to Anita. Anita fakes away her player, gives it to Rumberga. Rumberga, is she gonna go for the hammer? No. Or maybe she will, and almost a nice catch, but a little bit too far. Lintz to Terra. Probably a word combination we're gonna hear a lot more often. And Nigel with the nice up the line point. Lintz getting ready for the pull. A nice pull, just like the last point. Krūmiņa, Rumberga. Krūmiņa again. Tries to find her players, finds Anita. Up the line, gives it to Marta, the young speedster. Passes it back to Krūmiņa, the Ventspils connection. And Ozoliņa with that nice hammer point. Probably not the last time I'm gonna say it this game. Anita with a nice grab in the end of the end zone. The connection between these two is almost telepathical, you could say, because these players have been playing together for years, and this connection where Krūmiņa gets the disc up the line, and then Anita almost knows what to do, doesn't even have to think about it, and it just happens. These points just happen, so let's see if it's going to keep happening. But now Tartu on offense. Marin with the disc gives it to Sanita, the Latvian playing for Tartu. Marin again, and up the line to Sanita, and oh, there's been a pick call. A nice cut for Sanita either way. Originally from Ventspils as well. So you could see more than one Ventspils players for both of the teams. But not playing for Ventspils this tournament. Hey, Marin with the disc. Sanita decides not to go for the same cut again. Lepik, Veske, Raba, Nigol. Veske again. Oh, decides not to go for the blade to Sanita. Raba. Lepik again. Is there gonna be a blade? Oh, just a swing to Veske, of course. Use those swings when there's a player free. Always free. Hyperflick decides to poach a lot in this game, so you must punish it by giving it the free pass to the player. Raba again. Nice break from Raba. Lepik and backhand, simple as can be. Nice point up the line to Raba. Yeah, you can see Linda she wasn't lazy. She really gave her all to get this disc, to get the D, but Krūmiņa with the pull, gives it to Marta. Marta continues oh, too high for the young player. Oh no. The idea was great, the idea was good to throw an easy over the defender continuation to Anita, but unlucky this time. And Tartu of course punishes it. So Lepik with a nice break to Veske, and yeah, not much Tartu can do, not much Hyperflick can do when you give the disc away so close to your end zone. Krūmiņa. Rumberga. Anita again up the line. Continues to Krūmiņa. Evelina in the zone, decides not to go for her. And a blade, and a bit too far. Yeah. Elina Krūmiņa apologizes instantly. She knows she can do better, and her team expects that of her. So let's see if there's going to be a chance to redeem herself at this point. Evelina guarding Raba. He runs away. Terra swings to Raba. Lintz, nice underhand swing. And another one. Oh! I think she did not expect to be so wide open in the end zone, and I think it surprised her more than even the defender. And unlucky. Sometimes these things happen. Now let's see if Elina is going to get her redemption, as we said before. Anita runs to the zone, doesn't get it. Rumberga swings to Evelina Goldova. Originally an Ogre player, now plays with Hyperflick. Krūmiņa up the line to Marta, but yeah, Raba was too close for comfort for Marta, so a very difficult catch for her in that situation. When you hear the fast feet, and then you see them in front of you, there's You really need to have nerves of steel to get those discs. And up the line and to Sanita. Very close to for Evelina. Almost a D. But nothing you can do. Lasmana too experienced to be frightened of these close defenders. But nice effort from Evelina Goldova. Really nice. Progressed a lot, this young player. Previously this year we've seen her play and win medals in the Latvian school championships with her school, Ografers Secondary School. Whoop, whoop. Arste coming up to the brick mark. Žanna decides to go for the hammer, but not a comfortable position. Žanna up the line. Hammer to Evija? No. But there is a hammer to Evija, but a little bit too far. Linz with the disc. She's gonna be guarded by Linda. Lepik. Raba. And a break of the side and an easy point for Tartu. And this is halftime. Yeah, we can see that Tartu perhaps needed to be better warmed up for this game. A couple of missed throws, and that cost them a lot of points. And now there's quite a mountain to climb. Quite a mountain to climb back into this game, especially when you're up against an experienced team like Tartu. Tartu came ready, knew it's going to be a physical game, but they also knew that they just need to capitalize on those break opportunities. And I think they're doing a pretty good job, so let's see if Hyperflick is going to put up a bigger fight for Tartu and make them sweat a little for this victory. Yeah, we can see on the sideline for Hyperflick both Miezītis and Racins, both Ogra players supporting their team. They both live in Riga and train the Hyperflick girls, so they give their utmost support for it. And yeah, the halftime is over, so the players need to get ready for playing. Looks like it's going to be Hyperflick on offense starting this game. Hyperflick has put on I would say, one of their main O-lines, with the exception of Krūmiņa, surprising, and no Anita as well. Well, perhaps they can do well without Anita, because they have good zone players like Goldova and Racina as well on the field, and good throwers like Arste and Leipniece also. So let's see how they do. Arste doesn't give it to number 9, and oh, an unlucky misthrow. Almost causes the broken ankle for Leipniece, but she goes to the gym. She practices those ankles. You cannot break them with just hardwood floor. There needs to be metal involved for that. A swing to Lepik, already near the zone. 2 passes and they're already there. Raba, continuation. Lepik, and then up the line to Raba. No. Goldova guards Lepik, knows there's an... Goldova did everything correctly, but Sanita Lasmane was just too open on the open side, and an easy up the line point for her. Yes, the Hyperflick player who guarded her apologizes from the start. She knows it's her side and she knows she can do better. Lisa Henke, number 9 for Hyperflick. Probably a pickup player for them. Haven't heard her name before on the Hyperflick roster. Anita Ozolin was wide open, but oh no, another missed throw. And Tartu answers with the same misthrow. Miscommunication between Veske and Lepik. Lepik was free to go up the line, but so was Marta for Hyperflick. And Veske wasn't ready. Nice cuts from Marta. Rumberger. A blady pass in the zone. Oh! Eva Engela. Almost catches it. Bounces out of her hands. And almost bounces into the hands of Wozolenia, but unfortunate. Unfortunate for Hyperflick in this situation. Let's see if is there gonna be a long cut for Terra? Oh, of course there is. Easy point, easy hammer for Veske. Money. Money, money, money. Terra, a very dangerous player, both with and without the disc. But with her speed, with her athleticism, I think it's better to force her under and try and play more with the disc. Of course, it's still not going to be ideal for them to do that, since she is just as good with the disc as without. But I prefer that than a quick pass in the end zone, quick sprint. Was all in. Racina, sorry, almost dead named her. Leibniz. Engela. Back to Racina. And a blade. Ooh! Nice layout attempt from Ozolinia and an instant injury call. Yeah, the pass wasn't ideal from Racina's side. A bit too low, even for Ozolinia. You know, she likes to go for those crazy catches, especially when the cameras are rolling. Unfortunately, she hurt herself this time. But I know she's a fighter. A few bursts of the inhalator, and she's back on the field, and she's ready to play. Two Tartu players going for the same disc, and an easy long pass for Nigo. Ines, number 17, found herself free in the middle of the field and just exploited that weakness that was given to her by Hyperflick. Pull from Tartu. Almost hits the ceiling, but no, it's perfect. Arste to Krūmiņa. Up the line to Arste again? Yes. And Marta was free, but a little bit too close, but Krūmiņa gets it up the line. So a pretty nice point up the line by the experienced players of Arste and Krūmiņa. Players have been playing a lot together, so to be expected that they produce a lot of the points for this Hyperflick team. They can do well with the disc. They can do magic with the disc. Perhaps they really need some more magic in order to get themselves back in this game, because right now the situation is a little bit bleak for the Hyperflick girls. Ines could have given it to Lepik, and yeah, finds Linz up the line. An easy point for her. Perhaps Hyperflick should be more focused on not giving these easy up the line points here. But of course we're not gonna hear any complaints about that from Tartu's side. Not much work for an easy point. I think they're all for it, and they will exploit this. They're a team that have played in a bunch of international tournaments recently in Denmark in European Ultimate Indoor Club Championships. Tartu with the mixed team finished second in the whole of Europe. So this just shows the quality that these ladies possess on the Frisbee field. And yeah, Hyperflick is a ways to grow to that level, but we can see that their core players like Racina, Linda, Ozoliņa, Krūmiņa, they have grown a lot in these few seasons, and I think with the right practices, with the right amount of practice, they will get there. Meanwhile, a nice idea to throw to Goldova in the end zone. She usually goes down with these, gets them, but yeah, a bit too low, and Lepik just an easy D. Now Linz with the disc. A long throw up the zone and a bit too sharp. A bit too sharp for Sanita. Of course, Goldova was on that side as well, ready to pounce with the layout, but not needed that time. The pass wasn't perfect, could have been better. So let's see. Second time's the charm for these hyperflick ladies. Wozolinja usually doesn't start with the disc in her hands. Gives it to Racina. Evelina, you can cut on up the line. Finds with the nice hammer break Racina. Linda. Oh, too high by Racina. A nice idea. Linda got really free. Linda was perfect. The cut was perfect, but unfortunate error. Unfortunate. A bit too high for Racina. Perhaps she overcompensated by the previous pass in the zone to Anita was a bit too low. Now she just didn't want to make the same mistake and a bit much overcompensation. But a nice effort from Racina. Claws back the disc for her team. Now is going to be the first person in the stack. Probably looking for the break on the open, on the close side. Anita with the hammer. Racina comes down with it as always in 99% of the time, and yeah, Tara just reads the defense as usual, and looks like Goldova sustained an injury. Yeah, Tara went with the disc and Goldova just kept on moving towards it, and a collision happened, and looks like she either twisted her ankle or shoulder, and yeah, let's hope that it's nothing serious and that she can continue playing, because today Evelyn has been playing some wonderful frisbee, as I might say. Yes, I believe it's either the knee or the ankle for Goldova. A nice pull by Tartu. I don't think they have had many bricks. Maybe one as I can remember. Krūmiņa to Arste. Krūmiņa gives it to Ozoliņa. Linda. Is there gonna be a break? Ooh, a scuba to Arste, and she comes down with it. What a nice grab by Arste. Perhaps the scuba could have been a little bit more further in the zone to give Arste some comfort from her defender, to not have to fight her that much, but yeah, Arste doesn't care if the defender is there or defender is already at the disc. She's gonna get it either way. It doesn't matter for her. She doesn't care. So a nice play from Hyperflick, and yeah, let's see if it's going to be the last point of the game, because Tartu are now on 12. The score is 12-4. Game to 13. Yeah, brick didn't come back. A couple more centimeters and it could have been an in. It could have been not a brick, but unfortunate this time. Tara with the disc. Finds Veske. Veske with the scuba. No. Swings it to Tara. Tara to Raba. Raba up the line to Tara. Yes. I could say I'm a wizard for predicting how that point would play out, but you don't have to be a genius to know that these two players are telepathically connected. They know what to do, they cut up the line, and they do their work right. So that is it. Game to 13. The score is 13-4. Tartu win this game. And next up, we're going to see Salaspils women's play against DTS of Lithuania. See you later.